Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the International Museum Expo 2023 at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. He also inaugurated a virtual walkthrough of the upcoming National Museum at the North and South blocks. The International Museum Expo was organized as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to celebrate the International Museum Day with the theme of the year Museums, Sustainability and Well-being. The Prime Minister mentioned that while India is celebrating Amrit Mahotsav on 75 years of independence, the different chapters of our history are becoming alive with the inclusion of technology on the occasion of the International Museum Expo. He said, "When we enter a museum, we engage with the past and the museum presents fact and evidence-based reality, and it provides inspiration from the past and also gives a sense of duty towards the future." He said, "The theme, sustainability and well-being, highlights the priorities of today's world and makes the event even more relevant." Underlining that a lot of the heritage of the land was lost during the period of slavery, which lasted for hundreds of years, when ancient manuscripts and libraries were burnt to the ground, the Prime Minister emphasized that this was not just a loss to India, but the heritage of the entire world. Recalling the Panch Pran, or the 5 resolutions taken by the country during the Azadi Ka Amrit Kal, the Prime Minister emphasized taking pride in our heritage and underlined that a new cultural infrastructure of the country is being developed. In these efforts, Prime Minister Modi observed, one can find the history of India's fight for independence as well as the 1,000-year-old heritage of the country. He informed that the government is running a special campaign to conserve local and rural museums along with the heritage of every state and segment of society. The Prime Minister also mentioned that the development of 10 special museums is underway to immortalize the contributions of the tribal communities in India's freedom struggle, which will be one of the most unique initiatives in the world to provide a glimpse of tribal diversity. Giving examples of conserving the heritage of the land, the Prime Minister mentioned Dandipat, where Mahatma Gandhi marched during the salt satyagraha, and the memorial built at the spot where he broke the salt law. He also mentioned the redevelopment of Mahaparinirvan Sthal of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar into a national memorial at 5 Alipur Road in Delhi, along with the development of Panch Teerth related to his life in Mhau, where he was born, in London, where he lived, in Nagpur, where he took initiation, and the Chaitya Bhumi in Mumbai, where his samadhi exists today. He also gave examples of the museum at Sardar Patel's Statue of Unity, Jallianwala Bagh in Punjab, Govind Guruji's Memorial in Gujarat, the Man Mahal Museum in Varanasi, and the Museum of Christian Art in Goa. He also touched upon the Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya, dedicated to the journey and contributions of all the former Prime Ministers of the country in Delhi, and requested the guests to visit this museum once. The Prime Minister said when a country starts conserving its heritage, it gives rise to closeness with other countries also. He gave examples of holy relics of Lord Buddha which were conserved over the generations and now uniting followers of Lord Buddha all over the world. He mentioned sending 4 holy relics to Mongolia, the arrival of the holy relics from Sri Lanka to Kushinagar. Similarly, the legacy of Saint Ketevan of Goa is safe with India and remembered the enthusiasm in Georgia when the relics were sent there. Our heritage becomes the harbinger of world unity, he said. The Prime Minister suggested that the museum should become active participants in conserving the resources for the coming generations. He suggested that museums can conserve and present the signs of many calamities that the earth has faced, and presentation of the changing face of the earth can also be done. The Prime Minister mentioned the collective challenges of smuggling and appropriation of artifacts and said that countries with ancient cultures like India have been struggling with this for hundreds of years. He pointed out that many artifacts have been taken out of the country in an unethical manner before and after independence and urged everyone to work together to put an end to such crimes. He also expressed delight that various countries have started returning India's heritage amidst the increasing reputation of India in the world. He gave examples of the statue of Ma Annapurna stolen from Banaras, the statue of Mahishasuramardini stolen from Gujarat, the idols of Nataraj built during the Chola Empire, and the sword decorated with the name of Guru Hargobind Singh Ji. The Prime Minister informed that around 240 ancient artifacts have been recovered and brought back to India in the last 9 years, in contrast to less than 20 for several decades after independence. Prime Minister Modi urged art connoisseurs around the world, especially those associated with museums, to further increase cooperation in this field. There should not be any such artwork in any museum of any country which has reached there in an unethical way. We should make this a moral commitment for all the museums, the Prime Minister Minister said. The Prime Minister emphasized we will conserve our heritage and will also create a new legacy.